Filming this lightsaber fight scene was a dream come true. When I got my first lightsaber for my birthday this year, it was the starting point of my very first Star Wars fan film. It took some time until I had more concrete idea, but already the year before I had created my own Star Wars character just for fun, a former Jedi named Kyleth Kobani, and that's when the idea came to me to give this character his own film. To include the lightsaber duel in the film, I needed a filming partner. Fortunately, my younger brother Adrian joined me. We started meeting up a few times to develop a first small choreography for our fight. This wasn't so easy because although we had filmed fight scenes in previous projects, they never involved lightsabers. Parallel to our training, the first shots for the film were created. For Kobani no Jedi, I filmed and produced almost 90% of the movie by myself. During that time I also developed the ideas for the other important characters, Adrian Valen and Darth Renuva. That's because on this channel we tell a continuous story across our films. Then came the final day of shooting, which was also the first one for my brother. We reshoot a few scenes in which I had previously acted alone. And then we headed in the forest near of our home. There in just about 2.5 hours we filmed the fight scenes that can be seen in the finished movie. And then the release day came and Kobani no Jedi premiered as our very first Star Wars fan movie. We were very happy with the results. To this day the film has gathered nearly 600 views and received many positive comments. That encouraged Adrian and me in our creative work, and so we started our second project. I wrote the script for Valen the Balance and then we got started.
This is Toby from Imperial Age Productions. We're now visiting our location. My brother Adrian is gonna see the final location for the first time. So this is the place where Adrian Valen's tent and his place will be. I will edit his tent, or we will build something, we don't know already, like somewhere there. This will be also the final place where he will clear his Kyber crystal in the final scene. So we have the next place for our short film project. As you cannot see, this is only a few meters in this way where Adrian Valen's base would be. This will be the place for the first standoff between Adrian Valen and the Dark Side Force user. We are just mixing up a few ideas, and on the final filming day we will see what happened, because we are a little bit spontaneously.
Filming wasn't exactly easy. For the one thing, it was the middle of the summer and very hot. I especially felt it being practically roasted in my black costume. You can even see it in the film. The mask's eyes are fogged up. Then it kept raining on and off. Fortunately, we were able to deal with that quite well since we had filming under trees and the rain didn't reach us very much. Another challenge for us was that we didn't have a camera person. We shot this film with just the two of us, and with someone behind the camera it probably would have turned out even better. We filmed over 2 days, each for about 3 hours. The second day was especially exhausting because that's when we shot the lightsaber fight scene. After that we moved on to the editing process. It took us a few days, but in the end the film was finished and we were very happy with the results. When the film was released we were really excited. In less than 2 weeks it had already become more successful than the first one. My brother made a great Jedi, and even though camera work isn't my strong suit, I think I did a good job. But as soon as the film was released we moved on straight to the next one, because I had already started writing Renuva the Dark One. While scouting a filming location we had used for previous projects, I was already writing the script. Originally, Darth Renuva was planned as a former Sith assassin who breaks away from her master. The idea was that 3 very different Force users would eventually team up in a larger film to fight against the Empire. That big movie is still planned for next year. However, after talking with my sister, the actress playing Darth Lenova, I reworked this idea. Instead of an assassin, she became a Sith lady who, with help of a Star Destroyer, is now searching for an apprentice of her own.
What's up guys, this is Toby LA from Imperial Age Production. We are now visiting our location for the film Lenova, the Dark One, and maybe for another video that you will see in early 2026.
Wow, this place was so cool. My brother and I couldn't resist taking a few shots and photos just for fun. Still, some ideas came out of that visit, and we actually ended up using them in the final film. For example, the spot where Darth Lenova confronts the Inquisitor was developed there. Along with many test shots, we agreed that this would be our filming location. We had a few more ideas as well, but unfortunately we couldn't realize them, either because we didn't have the team or the location's owners give us the permission.
After about an hour we finished our test shooting, and now we're like relaxing here a few minutes more, and then we go back. So there's Adrian. I hope you also watched the backstage shots, and if not, you should do it.
We are on the shooting day for our next Star Wars fan movie called Lenova, the Dark One. So as you can see, this is not an actual filming set. We are in my living room in my own flat, and now we have to build up the green screen. Then it all began. First we filmed the scenes in front of the green screen. That part was fairly easy since we've used green screen footage in many of our earlier videos. This was also when we recorded the voiceover for Darth Lenova, which I later added during the editing process. Moved on to the Lost Place, and oh boy, not everything went smoothly. The technique inside Lena's lightsaber wasn't working properly. It was also incredibly hot again in our costumes, and realized we hadn't trained nearly enough beforehand. Made the shoot a lot more exhausting, but in the end we managed to pull it all off. I'm deep into the editing process of Lenova, the Dark One, and I want to share a few looks on the film. This is my program. First I had to mix a few scenes where the Star Destroyer came and flies to Corellia. This is green screen effect. I put the planet on the background, edited a new picture and put a zoom on it. This is a mashup from the scenes we filmed with our sister, as you can see from the back and from the front. This is the lightsaber fight, and the next thing is I have to edit the sound effects for the lightsaber fight scene. We have the lightsaber without music. This is very cool. And then we have green screen effect I got from YouTube, and I use my green screen tool to edit the background out. And now I have to put the stormtroopers somewhere like over there. I don't have After Effects, so I can't create 3D models to create more personal background of the video. So that's what we have to go with, and yeah, that's cool. I think the people will like it. 2 weeks have passed since the film was released online. Recently it even reached 500 views. The first phase of our projects is coming to an end, and I think it's a good moment to reflect a little. I believe that all three films have their strengths and weaknesses. With Kovanni no Jedi, for example, it is noticeable how much of the film I shot on my own. It was my first attempt at this type of film. In Valen the Balance, you can tell that we didn't have a dedicated camera operator. That could have made the fight scenes more dynamic. Also, a bit of SFX would have improved the visuals. With Lenova the Dark One, we probably should have spent more time on the fight choreography beforehand, but in the end a few small mistakes and inaccuracies are always part of the process. While looking at the strengths of the films, I see how much fun I had creating them. The Kovanni film fulfilled one of my childhood dreams, my very first lightsaber duel. In the Valen film I work well with the camera, especially in the opening and the final scene. It's not perfect, but I'm no professional either. And with Darth Lenuva I've created a character who, I believe, will gain quite a bit of popularity in the future. So, what's next? I don't want to reveal too much, but our 3 test films will continue a little further. Behind the scenes I'm working on an extended cut. That means all 3 test films will be merged into one. This version will be revised a bit more in some places and will be released this winter as a new film. Next year things will be a little bit quieter here at first, but we'll be actively sharing insights to our biggest projects yet on Instagram and here in the YouTube Shorts. We are working on a larger film titled Ways of the Jedi, which is set to release in 2026. I can't say yet when there will be a trailer, but you will definitely hear from us. Wishing you all happy holidays.